Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Mahārāja's message is your advantage. The following is a Sri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya book compilation given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Mahārāja on June 5th, 2021 in Sri Mayapur, India.
Pangung langayate girim yatkrupa tamaham vande Shri Gurum Deenatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Caitanya Mishwaram. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today we will continue with the compilation of the Sri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya book. Today's chapter is entitled as Phalaśruti, the result of hearing about Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi, under the section The Lord's Attempt to go to Vrindavan. Chaitanya Bhagavat Antya Khanda 10.164.
দামোদর সকাশে পুণ্ডরীকের স্বপ্ন বৃত্তান্ত কথন। দামোদর স্বরূপ জিজ্ঞাসে কি কথা, কেনে গাল ফুলিয়াছে কিবা পাইলে ব্যথা।
Swarup Damodar asked Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi, quote,
What is this?
What is this?
Why are your cheeks swollen up?
Why are your cheeks swollen up?
Did you get hurt in some way?
Did you get hurt by somebody
In some way?
in some way? CB Antya 10.165.
হাসিয়া বলেন বিদ্যা নিধি মহাশয়, শোনো ভাই কালি গেল যতেক সংশয়।
Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi smiled and said, Please listen, brother. All my doubts were vanquished last night. Unquote. Quote unquote. CB Antya 10.166.
মান্ডুয়া বস্ত্রের যে করিল অবজ্ঞান, তার শাস্তি গালে এই দেখো বিদ্যমান।
Look at my cheeks and see the evidence of punishment I received because of criticizing the offering of starched clothes to Lord Jagannath. CB Antya 10.167.
আজি স্বপ্নে আসি জগন্নাথ বলরাম, দুই দণ্ড চড়ায়েন নাহিক বিশ্রাম।
Last
Last
night,
night,
Lord Jagannath and
Lord Jagannath and Lord
Lord Baladev
Baladev or Balaram appeared before me in a dream and continually slapped me for 2 dandas, 45 minutes. CB Antya 10.168.
মোর পরিধান বস্ত্র করিলি নিন্দন, এত বলি গালে চড়ায়েন দুইজন।
They both slapped my cheeks while saying, You have criticized the clothes we wear. CB Antya 10.169.
গালে বাজিয়াছে যত অঙ্গুলের অঙ্গুরি, ভালো মতে উত্তর করিতে নাহি পারি।
See the marks of the fingers
See the marks of their fingers
on my cheeks.
on my cheeks.
I was unable
I was unable
to give them an appropriate response.
to give them an appropriate response. CB Antya 10.170.
বিদ্যানিধির লজ্জা লীলা। এ লজ্জায় কাহারে সম্ভাষা নাহি করি, গাল ভালো হইলে সে বাহির হইতে পারি।
I am too embarrassed to speak to anyone. I'll go out only after my cheeks become. I will go out only after my cheeks becomes normal. CB Antya 10.171.
এত কথা অন্যত্র কহিতে যোগ্য নহে, ভর ভাগ্য হেন ভাই মানিল হৃদয়ে।
It is not proper to tell others about this incident. O brother, in my heart I consider myself most fortunate. CB Antya 10.172.
অপরাধ অনুরূপ শাস্তি বরণ লীলা। ভালো শাস্তি পাইলু অপরাধ অনুরূপে, এ নহিলে পরিতাম মহা অন্ধকূপে।
I have received a proper punishment
I have received a proper punishment
for my offense.
for my offense.
Otherwise, I would have fallen
Otherwise, I would have fallen
into a great blind well.
into a great blind well. CB Antya 10.173.
স্বরূপের বিদ্যানিধি সহ সক্ষরস। বিদ্যানিধি প্রতি দেখি স্নেহের উদয়, আনন্দে ভাসেন দামোদর মহাশয়।
Seeing Lord Jagannath's
Seeing Lord Jagannath's
affection toward Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi,
towards Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi,
so Damodar,
Swarup Damodar,
the great personality Swarup Damodar,
the great personality Swarup Damodar,
floated in ecstasy.
CB Antya 10.174.
সখার সম্পদে হয় সখার উল্লাস, দুইজনে হাসেন পরমানন্দ হাস।
One becomes happy
Seeing the good fortune of a friend.
upon seeing the good fortune of a friend.
And the two both laughed
The two both laughed
in transcendental bliss.
transcendental bliss. CB Antya 10.175.
স্বরূপ দামোদর স্বরূপ বলেন, শোনো ভাই, এমত অদ্ভুত দণ্ড দেখি শুনি নাই।
Damodar Swarup said, "Listen, my brother, I have never heard about or seen such a wonderful punishment." CB Antya 10.176.
দামোদরের বিস্ময় ভয়ের কৃষ্ণ প্রসঙ্গ। স্বপ্নে আসি শাস্তি করে আপন সাক্ষাতে, আর শুনি নাই সবে দেখি তোমাতে।
Lord Kṛṣṇa or Jagannath appeared in a dream and personally punished you. I have never before heard of such a thing, but I can directly see that you have been punished. CB Antya 10.177.
হেন মতে দুই সখা ভাসেন সন্তোষে, রাত্রি দিন না জানেন কৃষ্ণ কথা রসে।
This way, the two friends floated in transcendental satisfaction.
In this way, the two friends floated in transcendental satisfaction and forgot whatever it was day, whether, forgot whether it was day or night, as they continually enjoyed topics of Kṛṣṇa. Purport by His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada. In the Bhagavatam 1.1.19 it is stated, "We never tire of hearing the transcendental pastimes of the personality of Godhead, who is glorified by hymns and prayers. Those who have developed a taste for transcendental relationships with Him relish hearing of His pastimes at every moment." In the Srimad Bhagavatam 1.1.3 it is stated, "O expert and thoughtful man, relish Srimad Bhagavatam, the mature fruit of the desire tree of Vedic literatures. It emanated from the lips of Sri Shukadeva Goswami. Therefore, this fruit has become even more tasteful, although its nectarian juice was already relishable for all, including liberated soul." In the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is also mentioned, the personality of Godhead, Lord Kṛṣṇa, Govinda, is the exclusive shelter for all great living beings, and His transcendental attributes cannot even be measured by such masters of mystic powers as Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma. Can anyone who is expert in relishing nectar, rasa, ever be fully satiated by hearing topics about Him? Srimad Bhagavatam 10.52.20 it is stated, "O experienced listener, O Brahmana, could ever grow satiated while listening to the pious, charming and ever fresh topics of Lord Kṛṣṇa, which cleanse away the world's contamination?" In the Bhagavatam it is also mentioned, "My dear Lord, I therefore do not wish to have the benediction of merging into your existence, a benediction in which there is no existence of the nectarian beverage of your lotus feet. I want the benediction of at least 1,000,000 years, for thus I may be able to hear about your glories, about the glories of your lotus feet from the mouths of your pure devotees." In the Srimad Bhagavatam it's also mentioned, "My dear highly glorified Lord, if one in the association of pure devotees hears even once the glories of your activities, he does not, unless he is nothing but an animal, give up the association of devotees. For no intelligent person would be so careless as to leave their association. The perfection of chanting and hearing about your glories was accepted even by the goddess of fortune, who desired to hear of your unlimited activities and transcendental glories." In the Bhagavatam 10.1.4 it is stated, "Glorification of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is performed in the Parampara system. It is conveyed from the spiritual master to disciple. Such glorification is relished by those no longer interested in the false, temporary glorification of this cosmic manifestation. Descriptions of the Lord are the right medicine for the conditioned soul undergoing repeated birth and death. Therefore, who will cease hearing such glorification of the Lord except a butcher or one who is killing his own self?" In the Srimad Bhagavatam also it's mentioned, Paramahamsa devotees who have accepted the essence of life are attached to Kṛṣṇa in the core of their hearts, and He is the aim of their lives. It is their nature to talk only of Kṛṣṇa at every moment, as if such topics were newer and newer. They are attached to such topics just as materialists are attached to topics of woman and sex. In the Srimad Bhagavatam 10.31.9, it is stated, "The nectar of your words and descriptions of your activities are the life and soul of those suffering in this material world. These narrations, transmitted by learned sages, eradicate one's sinful reaction and bestow good fortune upon whoever hears them. These narrations are broadcast all over the world and are filled with spiritual power. Certainly, those who spread the message of Godhead are most munificent." Chaitanya Bhagavat Antyakanda 10.178.
বিদ্যানিধির প্রভাব, গৌরচন্দ্রের বিদ্যানিধিকে বাপ সম্বোধন। হেন পুণ্ডরীক বিদ্যানিধির প্রভাব, ইহান এসে গৌরচন্দ্র প্রভু বলে বাপ।
Such was the influence of Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi. Lord Gaurachandra would address him as Father. CB Antya 10.179.
পাদ স্পর্শ, বিদ্যানিধির গঙ্গা ভক্তি। পাদ স্পর্শ ভয়ে না করেন গঙ্গা স্নান, সবে গঙ্গা দেখেন করেন জলপান।
Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi would not take bath in the Ganges in fear of touching her with his feet. He would simply take darshan of the Ganges and drink the water.
So, some of the glories of Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi are explained here.
So, some of the glories of Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi are explained here.
You normally be very careful about
He would normally be very careful about
anything to do with the Lord
anything to do with the Lord
or His servants.
or his servants.
Like this, he also avoided bathing in the Ganges,
So, like this, he also avoided bathing in the Ganges,
thinking that his feet would touch the Ganges.
thinking that his feet would touch the Ganges.
So he was very much respectful
So, he was very much respectful
for all those things related to the Lord.
to all those things related to the Lord. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada. Some devotees do not take bath in the Ganges out of consideration that the Ganges water is nectar emanating from Krishna's lotus feet. Rather than touching the water of the Ganges with their feet, they drink the water and take darshan of the Ganges. CB Antya 10.180.
প্রভুর ভক্তের জন্য ক্রন্দন। এ ভক্তের নাম লইয়া গৌরাঙ্গ ঈশ্বর, পুণ্ডরীক বাপ বলি কান্দে নবিস্তর।
Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Gauranga,
The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Gauranga,
would cry profusely
would cry profusely
and call out the name of this devotee.
and call out the name of this devotee.
Oh, Father, Puṇḍarīka,
"O Father, Puṇḍarīk,"
he would cry out.
he would cry out. CB Antya 10.181.
বিদ্যানিধি চরিত্র শ্রবণের ফল। পুণ্ডরীক বিদ্যানিধি চরিত্র শুনিলে, অবশ্য তাহারে কৃষ্ণ পাদপদ্ম মিলে।
Whoever hears the personality and characteristics
Whoever hears the personality and characteristics
of Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi
of Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi
will certainly achieve the lotus feet of Lord Kṛṣṇa.
will certainly achieve the lotus feet of Lord Krishna.
So, Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi are such a dear devotee to Lord Caitanya.
So Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi was such a dear devotee to Lord Caitanya
Simply by hearing about him,
that simply by hearing about him,
one would achieve the lotus feet of Lord Kṛṣṇa.
one would achieve the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. That simply by hearing about him, one will achieve the lotus feet of Lord Krishna.
So, we should be very careful to hear about these dear devotees of Lord Caitanya.
So we should be very careful to hear about these devotees of Lord Caitanya,
And thus, we get the special mercy of loving Kṛṣṇa.
and thus to get the special mercy of loving Krishna. Thus ends the chapter entitled Phalaśruti, the result of hearing about Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi. Under the section, the Lord's attempt to go to Vrindavan.
Do you like our ad-free videos? Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.